Multiple reports show the Bengals have found their next star or stars. Welcome back to the Bengals Digest channel. I'm Carson Lokey. I hope each of you are having such an amazing day. Before I start, don't forget to subscribe to the Bengals Digest channel. We're on the road to 1,500 subscribers, and I know we can get there in no time. But if you love the Bengals as much as I do, and you love talking about the Bengals and having a community of Bengals fans, this is the place for you every day. We're talking about Cincinnati Bengals only. You guys are welcome to comment. I love when you guys comment, and we can have that conversation back and forth. And I can guarantee 80% of you right now are not subscribed that are watching right now. And even if you think you are subscribed, I promise, go look. You're not. Subscribe to the Bengals Digest channel. Turn on post notifications because we're talking about the Cincinnati Bengals every single day. But the 2020 draft, as we all know, is over, and there's been multiple talks about what the Cincinnati Bengals have to do. It seems every single insider or just fan is torn. Some people say the Bengals had a really great draft, and others say the Bengals had a bad draft. But these two latest reports about two of the Bengals we have drafted and technically signed, not even drafted, are going to be stars in the NFL, and they are in the making for the next season. So let's jump right into it. First is our first-round pick, Shamar Stewart, edge rusher from Texas A&M. This was a kind of a bipolar pick by a lot of people from the Bengals, insiders and fans. They didn't like the fact that he has only 4.5 sacks in 3 years at Texas A&M, but there's only been 3 edge rushers from Texas A&M picked in the first round of all time: Myles Garrett, Von Miller, and now Shamar Stewart. So if he lives up to that, then we're going to be set. But also, he checks every single box except for the stats. And if Al Golden can help him with the sacks, then I'm feeling good. But this is the report I want to talk about. ESPN's Ben Slolak ranks Shamar Stewart among top 4 Rookie of the Year candidates. Yes, top 4 Rookie of the Year candidates. The remaining candidates in the back half, this is Ben, what he wrote. The remaining candidates in the back half of the first round are Bengals edge rusher Shamar Stewart, Falcons edge rusher Pierce, and Bills corner Maxwell Hairston. All 3 are great options. Stewart should get a ton of snaps. This is him talking about Stewart. Stewart should get a ton of snaps opposite Trey Hendrickson, and if Hendrickson plays for the Bengals in 2025, his gravity could create a lot of sack opportunities for Stewart on the other side. It could be a perfect defensive Rookie of the Year storm for Shamar Stewart if Trey Hendrickson sticks around and has another stellar season. The two could feed off of one another and completely juice up the Bengals' pass rush. If this comes to be, we have never had a defense Rookie of the Year. I think Shamar Stewart has all the talent in the world to become the Rookie of the Year. And the more and more I watch of this guy, the more and more I fall in love with him. Obviously, I love him already because he's a Bengal. But the more I see of his personality, I love him as an individual, and I love the talent that he has. Yes, he might not get the sacks, but he brings the pressures, leading his team in back-to-back seasons with QB pressures, which is kind of more effective. Obviously, you want to get the quarterback down on the ground. But with Trey Hendrickson, one of, if not the best edge rushers right now in the NFL, opposite side you, if you can force the QB to run to the opposite side where Trey Hendrickson is just waiting there for you, that's a sack city. And I think Trey Hendrickson is going to do the same for Shamar Stewart because Trey Hendrickson is going to be the D end or the edge rusher double-teamed every single game this next season. If he sticks around, if he's on the Bengals in 2025, right? He will be double-teamed every single play. Doesn't mean Shamar Stewart will be one-on-one with the ability to get in the backfield. We already know he has the ability. He's in the backfield every single play. Now, if Al Golden can show him how to finish, he could have a season like, I bet, and I've heard this, not report, but heard this prediction for him in rookie season. I completely agree with it. I think he'll surpass his college stats in year 1 in the NFL. I think he'll have more than 4.5 sacks in his rookie year. I think he might double it with 8. With how they've been talking about him, how much I've been seeing of him, what I've been watching of him, and the fact that he's going to have Trey Hendrickson taking up the double teams, and he's also going to have TJ Slayton and BJ Hill on the inside to help as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he doubles it and has 8 or 9 sacks in his rookie season, and that would be very much so a candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year. And I think I'll just say this: I'm very excited to see Shamar Stewart in 2025. I'm very excited for it. I think he fits perfectly outside of Trey Hendrickson. I think Al Golden loved him for a reason and picked him for a reason, and all we have to do is trust the process with Al Golden because we haven't seen him yet. Next, this is the guy we didn't even draft. Center from Ohio State, Seth McLaughlin, has been named undrafted free agent to watch in 2025. Athletic names Bengals. The Athletic names Bengals offensive lineman Seth McLaughlin undrafted free agent to watch following 2025 NFL draft. A two-year starter at Alabama, McLaughlin transferred to Ohio State. Jeez, I can't talk. In 2024 and won the Remington Award, best center in college football, despite tearing his Achilles 2 weeks before the Michigan game. When Michigan game is the last regular season game. And then, obviously, Ohio State had 4 more games after that in the playoffs. A powerful, agile leader when healthy, McLaughlin played his best football in Columbus and will have a shot if he can overcome his injury. The Bengals also brought in stout defensive tackle Howard Cross III. I don't know. I'm going to talk about that, but not today. It'll be intriguing to see how McLaughlin mixes into the offensive line hierarchy over the next few months after playing nearly 2,000 snaps in his Ohio State and Alabama career. Obviously, you guys know I'm a Buckeye. I've watched McLaughlin a lot. I'm a college football fan, so I've watched him even when he was at Alabama. He actually won. He's a 2-time national champion. He won, that would have been 2020 or 2021, the COVID year. He won the national championship with Alabama against Ohio State, and then last year just won the national championship with Ohio State, even though he wasn't technically playing, but he's still a national champion 2 times over. But he's a leader. His improvement from 2 seasons ago at Alabama to what he did last season with Ohio State, absolute dog. Has all the talent in the world. If he didn't get hurt, I promise he's being drafted probably 2nd or 3rd round. That's how great of a player he is. And the fact that the Bengals got him as an undrafted free agent, and the fact I think he will play this season, steal, not even of the draft because he technically wasn't even part of the draft, steal of the undrafted free agents. He was also listed as number 1 best available player after the draft, and the fact that the Bengals jumped on him, absolutely perfect. And the fact that he's going to be with Scott Peters, absolutely insane. I bet you could move him around from center. Obviously, his main position is center, but you could probably move him around. And let's be honest, offensive line, injuries are going to happen with the offensive line. Seth McLaughlin will get playing time in 2025 in some position, and I think he will be an absolute dog. And Ted Karras is getting older. You don't know how long he's going to be there. I hope he's there for a long time. But if, let's say, Seth McLaughlin has 2 years, and I know Matt Lee's still there, but let's say Seth McLaughlin has 2 to 3 years under Ted Karras as the starter, and then after Ted Karras retires or whatever goes on with the situation, and Seth McLaughlin becomes a starter, absolute perfect starter. That's the leader you want for an offensive line, and he has all the talent in the world, and obviously the reports show the same. But I'm just so excited for this 2025 Bengals draft class. I'm actually excited about every single player. Shamar Stewart, his just raw talent, I'm excited to watch. Second round, Demetrius Knight, obviously his story about living in a car, working literally every single day, right after practice, right after games to feed his wife and kid. I'm excited to watch him play and the leadership he's going to bring to that defense. And even, I'm really excited about Dylan Fairchild, guard from Georgia. The fact that he has that wrestling ties, and so does our new offensive line coach, Scott Peters, to see how they incorporate that into his offensive line play. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see Barrett Carter. I think he's just an absolute demon on the field. He's so athletic. Seeing him play with Logan Wilson and Demetrius Knight Jr. is going to be so exciting. Then Jalen Rivers is commonly known as the best value pick for the Cincinnati Bengals. I think he's going to have an impact on the offensive line day one. And then Taj Brooks, I think he's going to be a perfect fit opposite side of Chase Brown. I really love the Cincinnati Bengals draft picks. It is definitely not what I would have done, but I trust them. I trust Al Golden. We hired Al Golden for a reason. Mostly the picks were defense. Well, obviously guard, half and half were defense, offense. But we also brought in Scott Peters for a reason. We brought in Scott Peters to run the offensive line. We brought in Al Golden to run the defense. That's what they wanted to do with the draft. Obviously, we have to trust that. And I'm very excited for each and every single one of these players, especially these two that I talked about today, edge rusher from Texas A&M, Shamar Stewart, and center from Ohio State, the Ohio State, Seth McLaughlin. But thank you so much for watching this video of Bengals Digest channel. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Bengals Digest channel. Once again, we're on the road to 1,500. And once again, I know you're not subscribed because I know 80% of you watching right now are not subscribed. So click on the video, subscribe, turn on to post notifications because we'll be talking about the Bengals every single day. But thank you so much for watching this video for the Bengals Digest channel. I'm Carson. Also, don't forget, comment down below before I go off. Comment down below how you feel about Shamar Stewart and Seth McLaughlin now that we're like a week after the draft. But for the Bengals Digest channel, I'm Carson Lokey. Have an amazing one, and God bless.